Ooh, the storm is coming. It's gonna be so gloomy. And it's supposed to be monster thunderstorms from like 6:30 till like 10. Everyone's been talking about it all day. I will laugh so much if it's like one rumble of thunder and nothing else. But it did get up to 80 today, 80 plus, and that never fucking happens in April. So, also, I was bored taking all my tests today, and I was like walking around, and three people like pulled my jacket up. They're like, I didn't know you had tests. Oh, wait, you didn't have those yesterday. Everybody notices everything there. But they're like, if you do that so well, why don't you be a tattoo artist? I was like, because I don't know how to use the gun, and I can't commit to one design. It's true. I'm lucky I have 2 tattoos, and it took me forever to design those. I'm not fucking shitting you. Like, I am dedicated to horror. Like, I want my canvas to only be stuff that's like only top notch. Ooh, orb. Anyway, so I finished all my tests. No more boring tests. It's just something you have to do for the state and for union jobs and all that shit. And the last 2 hours of the day, I was actually in the room where I'm going to be working. I didn't get to touch the bud yet. I was just making bud bags to be packed for our next project, putting the stickers on them, something easy. Because I think I finished my test before they thought I would. I still haven't got my scrubs. I've just been temporarily wearing a doctor's coat, and so I'll get scrubs tomorrow. I got my locker. It's like being in gym class all over again. We have a locker room. It like really is being a doctor. So I walk in the door. I have to walk on the mat with my shoes from outside, and it's in this watery solution, but it doesn't soak your shoes. Like when it just applies the right amount of water. So you walk through that, just do, and then you step onto a dry mat and you wipe your shoes. Those aren't even the shoes that I'm supposed to be wearing. I'll be ordering my shoes tomorrow, but they come in, they switch their shoes. So they don't have to do the water thing. It's just I have to do the water thing because I wear my shoes outside of the building. So I also have to wear shoe covers. I'm getting a fanny pack because I can't bring any drink or food or stuff is out in the hallway. So I have to literally leave the flower room to have a drink, or if I need to eat something, because you can't contaminate. You can't bring anything in. So I have a mask. I don't know if they're going to make me wear eye goggles. No one else's. So I think it's just a mask. I can bring my own hat in, or they can give me one. I don't have to wear hairnets. But I have to leave that hat there. And it has to be a new hat. So I have to go buy a new hat. And it will stay in my locker. I'm not normally going... yes, I'm walking in there with clothes. And I'm going to change my clothes in the locker room and put the scrubs on, and they're still gonna smell just being in my locker because I work in a weed factory, but it's not gonna be potent. All I can smell is weed. It's like putting perfume on every break. Damn, I smell like a blunt. But from what I looked, everyone kind of has a bin of bud, and they're sorting through, picking out the buds, leaving the shake at the bottom, and measuring out the right amounts to put in whatever container they're filling. Today they were filling little canisters. Tomorrow we're probably filling the bags, the ounce bags. So I'm just going to be sitting there with a scale and picking buds, putting it out, measuring it, putting it in the thing all day tomorrow. So although we do different projects all the time, it's pretty repetitive as far as what I'm going to be doing in this room. It's the flower room, so I'm only dealing with flower. I don't think they fill vapes in that room. I'm not really sure, but we have our workroom, and then there's the workroom off of it, and it's called the Flower Vault. And I can imagine when we're really busy, that's just going to be full of fucking bud. I'm still not used to the smell. It's still kind of it's not the smell of the weed. I just feel like there's a lot of keef in the air. Yesterday, I came home and my legs were itching, and I had a little bit of my legs exposed all day at work, and I was like, my legs fucking itch, and I like, when I came home, I was like brushed off my legs, and I was like all Keith. So I'm like, no wonder why my leg itches. Working with flour, that's what it's gonna be like, and I'm sure it's worse for the harvesters. Those are the ones that, you know, take everything off the plant and semi prepare it for us. Like they take it off the stalk into bins and bring it down to us, and they're just like covered in weed. It's like all over their smocks, I call them. So I'm like, it's weed everywhere. And I found out where they put all the weed, they compost it, so it's actually all getting ground up and recycled into the soil. So that's cool. At least they're not just throwing it out, wasting it. It all goes back into the growing process for other people. We just can't use it for us because we have FDA standards that touch the floor. We can't use it. But some other Tom, Dick, or Harry, if they want to grow some weed, they can get some fertilizer from us probably. I don't know how it all works, but all I know is they're green about it and I like it. So everyone's really nice. You know, every workplace drama has their own issues, but I don't feel like there's anything that I am going to have an issue with. I can sit and work by myself and not talk. I can wear earbuds if I want. I feel like everybody just kind of sits at their desk and talks all day, or the music was going. So I like it so far. I'm learning a lot. I learned a lot of like intellectual shit, and I'm not really sure how it all interprets into my job right now, or like I'm not really the best at learning since my brain tumor by reading. Like I'm more better hands-on and seeing it and doing it. So they're just going to show me anyway everything I have to do. But a lot of those tests were like kind of confusing and hard. And I was like, damn, these are the most tests I've ever done for a job. And the questions are kind of hard. But at least if you get them wrong, like they just keep letting you take it until you pass. So there is no fail. But, you know, they made us sit through a lot of stuff because of what we do. We had to learn about how marijuana affects your body and what can happen. And they also get into, like, drinking and drug use. And, you know, because we're in the drug industry, they're trying to, like, be preventative in any kind of addiction problems. So we had to sit through a lot of that, like active shooter stuff, which I was a little scared at, you know, because, you know, where I live and the nature of what I'm doing. But we have a high security building and a lot of security people, and I trust them, but there's still that fear of outsiders, you know, finding us and trying to do bad things in this world that's crazy. It's like I got a little anxiety. I didn't like it because they had so much. They had like fire, explosives, active shooter, like all the horrible shit back to back, and I'm just like, can't do that with autistic / you know, highly anxiety people. I'm like, oh God, I didn't even think about my level of active shooter just went up 5,000 points for what I do. Like, there's always that threat. Like, we're not federally legal, even though my state is across the board. You know, who knows what this fucking government's gonna do? Like, am I just gonna show up at work one day and just like have a gun in my face because of what I do, even though our business is 100% legit because it is strictly medical marijuana? Like, we literally have to have a room for everything and be like doctors, like body covered, gloves, like with some top-notch weed come up out of here. We don't give you no junk. They compost the junk. They won't even sell it to you if it looks like shit. They'll take the whole plant out and throw it. Like, nope, doesn't reach our fucking standard. Or there's something wrong with it. That's how you know it's legit. Like, here comes the storm. I love watching storms. Hopefully it's just, you know, nothing bad happens. Anyway, love you guys. Toodles.